A one-word description of myself would probably be independent.
Future.
Enough.
Intuitive.
Extravagant.
Nice.
Cranes.
Random or spontaneous.
Weird. Simply weird.
This is a film about personal expression and identity in the way we perceive ourselves and others.
Clothing is very much a part of culture. It's one of the easiest ways to express your internal beliefs externally.
I like to wear clothes that make me feel comfortable and are practical in some way, but are still fun, and people can ask questions and kind of get to know me through my clothing and that way I outwardly express myself. So it's important for me to wear clothes that are, purchased sustainably, and then if anyone asks me about them, I can say, oh, I got this for $2.50 at a thrift store in Minnesota. Like, whatever the story is, there's something there.
I like to make a lot of my clothing. I'll take, for example, this shirt. It's from a thrift store. Cut it. I mean, I don't make it necessarily. I just change it to where I would like it.
I would prefer to lead with my personality over my clothing, and I hope that shows through.
Whenever I try to buy clothes or especially shoes, I usually tend to go for the basic one, kind of like the standard one, kind of like the one that people will be like, oh yeah.
The way I express myself can really depend on, if I'm trying to impress somebody or if I'm not trying to impress somebody and I'm just trying to make sure I'm comfortable throughout the day.
For me, I wouldn't personally feel comfortable wearing a lot of things, so I usually stick to athletic clothes and stuff.
Well, mostly when I get dressed in the morning, I'm thinking about the comfort factor of my clothes and less on how people think about how I dress.
I don't wear any specific clothing. I just wear whatever fits, and I can play soccer and ride.
When I dress in the morning, I'm really thinking about comfort factor for the day, and I'm not really worried about what other people think about me or how I look.
I kind of wear a lot of the same stuff, like shorts and t-shirts and leggings in the winter. And so I don't think I really express myself in my clothing.
I mean, I think there are some students who say they don't care what other people think, but I think everybody does.
I think the others see me as a very carefree person. I think that's a word that people describe me with a lot. I'm taking a gap year, I'm vegan, I don't know.
I think a lot of people think I'm annoying and a little bit obnoxious, but I guess in general, pretty optimistic.
I generally believe people see me as a happy guy.
I think they kind of generally perceive me as easygoing at times, also very serious at times, usually somewhere in between, kind of goofy, sometimes mature, kind of immature.
I don't really know. I don't spend a lot of time thinking about that. I hope they perceive me as good and the guy who wore a Santa hat for a year and made a whole bunch of cranes.
Hopefully they perceive me in a good manner. I don't spend too much time thinking about the matter.
I would hope they would think of me as being kind, I think. I would hope.
I hope that people perceive me as a trustworthy and independent person. I've always tried to create a perception that I'm open and can be someone that people can talk to and count on.
I'm kind of loud, but hopefully in a good way.
Honestly, I try not to think about it. I think that it's more important what you think of yourself.
Sometimes conformity could be a bad thing or undesirable. So I like to stand out sometimes, or being the center of attention, but other times I want to be, I guess more generic,
I generally actually want to fit in.
I'm fine either way. I don't really have much preference.
I think that there's a good balance between both fitting in and standing out.
I'm not really worried about that. I'm fine with either.
I think originally when I started high school, I wanted to fit in, but now I'm slowly leaning towards, I'm trying to stand out.
I feel like I'm good with fitting in, and there are like certain aspects that I also want to stand out, so it's kind of a combination.
I seriously think that trying to fit in or trying to stand out is letting yourself be dictated by what others think.
I really think it's powerful to be an individual, and I think that I express that in a lot of different ways, but I think that the way I find myself being happiest is when I have a really strong community and I have people that I feel really comfortable with.
As your confidence grows and you get more mature, a lot of young people just feel much more comfortable doing things and expressing themselves in ways that might not appeal to a large number of people.
Yeah, I think I am accurately portraying my individuality because I mostly focus on being myself and doing what I like instead of how others think about me.
I think when I portray myself, it's not necessarily something I'm thinking about consciously. It's just like being myself.
To some degree, with the things that I say and do, yes.
I feel like I am. I mean, it's hard to find people who will wear a Santa hat for a whole year.
I think so. I mean, yeah, I guess so.
Yes, I do feel like I'm accurately portraying my individuality. I always feel open and like not really worried about what people think about me.
No, probably not. I think that's something I need to work on. And I think it's something that takes a really long time to master.
I guess so, yes.
Portraying your individuality is the same as being an individual.
I'm never gonna tell the world everything about me, but I think that the way people perceive me is close to who I'd like to be, or who I think I am, and that reflects that I'm portraying myself somewhat accurately.